Listen, alright, we all saw it. We all saw the chapter 276 leaks. For those of you who haven't, go check them out before watching this video. This is officially your spoiler warning. Now, you've seen the title, you pretty much know what I'm going to say. This chapter was either one of the best chapters I've ever read, or one of the worst chapters I've ever read from this series. And here's why. Judgment, take me away. I don't know the fucking words. Now, the biggest thing that I should address is, why am I calling this both the best and worst chapter that I've read in the series? Well, there's a couple of reasons. The main reason I liked it, because Loki got subbed on, which, by the way, holy shit does that feel amazing to say. Do you know how many videos and how many times I've said that Loki is going to sub on, and nobody believed me? Everybody doubted me. Everybody doubted Loki. But look at that, motherfuckers. Look who's on the pitch. But realistically, I really don't know how you guys didn't see this coming. I mean, Loki returning to the NEL and not being shown to play just really makes no sense. Because when you think about it, instead of Luna coming from Spain, Lavenho was introduced. They could have easily just replaced France's master with a totally new character, but the mangaka specifically chose to have Loki return. So it would make a lot of sense that Loki would eventually play. Plus, having Loki play, and as I'm predicting, score the final goal to win PXG the game, it sets up both him and Charles as the next major antagonist for the World Cup arc. This chapter for me was like watching Kaiser score his Magnus goal. Every post that I saw was talking about how he was going to fumble the bag, or he was going to miss the Magnus shot, or how Isagi was going to come in and steal it, or how Kunigami was going to steal it and score. But when I said no, Kaiser is going to score this goal, not a single person believed me, except my mutuals on YouTube because, you know, they have some common sense. And when he scored that goal, by God, did it feel amazing to see. That same type of rush happened when I saw Loki come onto the pitch. It just felt so right to prove everyone wrong about my prediction. But now, why was this chapter the worst? Well, that rush of Loki coming onto the pitch was completely fucking ruined by Igaguri being subbed on. Kaneshiro, why? Fucking why? Why would you want to have Igaguri sub onto the pitch? What is he going to accomplish? There are so many things wrong and so many things confusing about this entire situation. It really makes no sense at all. Before I continue the video, I want to talk to you guys about this video's sponsor, that being Anime Express. Anime Express is a website where you can purchase anime-related memorabilia and attire, such as exclusive figures, jewelry, and some awesome clothing. They aren't limited to just the big names like One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, or Bleach, but they also have things for the BLUELOCK community. Examples being these fire jerseys, shirts, and even this awesome high-grade necklace. When purchasing your products, they're also super clear about the details of the product, so you know exactly what you're going to be getting. What's even more awesome is that when you use the code ARROW10 at checkout, you'll save 10% off your entire order. If that's something that interests you, click the link at the top of the description to go over to their website and check out some of their stuff. And remember to use ARROW10 at checkout to save 10% off of your entire order. Alright, now back to the video. When talking about why Igaguri was subbed on, it's mostly because of fan service. I mean, with Igaguri being the mangaka's favorite character, of course he's going to play some form of favoritism for him. However, this blatant bias is so stupid in terms of writing. First off, you're choosing to play him now? And you're choosing to sub off Corona of all people? That's just cruel. I mean, looking at Planet Hotline, it has steamrolled through every single team that they have performed this chemical reaction against. You're choosing to sub him off, why? Because he's tired? He's only played for like 20 minutes. Second off, Noah, what the hell are you doing? What happened to logic? What happened to only making logical decisions? With Loki coming onto the pitch, a player who's known for his speed, why would you not sub on one of the two speed type players that you have sitting on your bench? That being Neru and Yukimiya. Neru has yet to play in any NEL game, and with a weapon that is the exact same as Zantetsu, it only makes sense to use someone like him in a defensive role, considering that was his position during the U20 match. And with Yukimiya, the entire buildup of Manchan was for him to carve his own ego into the soccer world, despite his visual complications. With experience as a side back, he could be used to help contain Loki and his speed. Either Neru or Yukimiya would be good choices in this instance, and yet you sub on Igaguri? There's no logic to that. It's blind favoritism by Noah and the mangaka. Noah threatened to put Isagi off of the starting lineup if he and Hiyori failed during the Ubers game, but he wants to put on by far the worst player in BLUELOCK when the Masters choose to sub on? Now obviously there is some reason to this play, possibly Igaguri fouling Loki or Shido, giving Bastard München an advantage. However, am I the only one who finds it to be just a little bit scummy? Like, I understand that fouls are a part of the sport, but when your only use is to draw fouls that either result in a player getting a yellow or a red card, or potentially injuring them, using that weapon to win just seems really scummy. And if Bastard München wins using that card, that victory would be scummy too. We saw Igaguri training with Kiora in chapter 246, so it is possible that he learned some kind of new technique. He could potentially learn something related to Kiora's body control, but still, it's somehow related to his foul drawing weapon. If Bastard Mention wins by fouling Loki or Shido and forcing them from the game, would that not just feel like an incredibly undeserving victory? Considering this is the big final match where BLUELOCK's top players are competing for the top spot, if they won because the useless character who hasn't done shit since the first selection forces the other players off the field because that's all he can do, not only does this match feel incredibly wasted, but it personally just draws all of the enjoyment I previously had from this match. Like all of this build up just for them to win because Igaguri fouls some players, forcing them off the pitch, that to me is incredibly scummy. And another thing, let's just say that Igaguri does do something really impressive. Is that going to give him a bid that places him above current Raichi? Are you realistically telling me that Igaguri would be able to earn a higher value than Raichi or Hiyori? The Raichi who held off Snuffy, limiting his play so Isagi could take control of the game? Or the Hiyori who by unlocking Metavision and his true ego, led Bastard Mention to defeating Ubers with a top performance chemical reaction? Are you telling me that Igaguri deserves a bid higher than either of those two characters? Hell, more than Nanase? A player who has been Reen's go-to support player since he entered onto the pitch? If Igaguri does survive and kicks out a player like Zantetsu, Nanase, or even Tokimitsu, then not only is that just poor writing, but also just shameful bias which ruins the potential of actually good characters who aren't just here for simple comedic effect. But yeah, that was my rant and reasoning for why I both love and hate this chapter. I know this video was a lot more ranty than my typical ones, but I hope you guys still did enjoy it. For the question of the video, what would you rate chapter 276 on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being horrible and 10 being the best? Leave me your thoughts down below in the comment section. And like always, thank you all for watching, like and subscribe for more content just like this. Also, fuck that monk.